Welcome everyone to day 3 of Peace, our 30-day yoga journey. Today the theme is listen. Really listening, not just like half listening or just thinking we know it all so we don't really have to listen, but having a beginner's mind and being willing to be open to new things. So I'd like to share a quote from Albert Einstein. Don't listen to the person who has the answers. Listen to the person that has the questions. So feel free to question whatever it is you're doing and be open-minded. And in order to obtain peace, we have to question. We have to be open to different opportunities, to different ways of looking at things, and to some compromise and forgiveness. So let's start today on our backs. And give yourself a little hug first. And take a moment to just listen to your breath, to the sounds around you, and start to bring your focus more inward. So less on the sounds around you and more on just being ready to listen to whatever messages you get today from your body, from the movement. Let's start with some bridge poses. So press your feet into the floor, and as you inhale, lift up, reaching your arms over your head. On your exhale, stretch your tailbone away from your shoulders, lowering down. Inhale, press down and lift up. And bring your hands back by your sides with your hips lifted. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Push into your left foot. And see if you can keep that right hip lifting. Then uncross your ankle, point your right foot up in the air and slowly lower your hips down. Bring the right foot to the floor. Inhale, lift up, press up into bridge pose. Try and keep your left hip lifting as you cross your left ankle above your right knee. Then see if you can reach your left leg up, push up a little bit more, and slowly lower down. And lower your foot down. Hold the back of your legs, and we're just going to gently rock forward and back, tucking your chin. Maybe finding a little balance. And then rock up and see if you can hold it here. You can hold the back of your legs, puff your chest forward. Keep your legs hugging in towards each other. And point your toes. And if you want, you could release your arms. You could straighten your legs. And lower back down. Let's come on to our hands and knees in tabletop again. And just do some spinal waves. Just kind of little free-for-all at first. And then starting from the tailbone, start to lift the tailbone up, lower the chest down. Lower the ribs down, the lower ribs down, and the chest forward. And then curl your tailbone underneath, rounding your spine. Inhale, lift the hips up, open up through your heart. Exhale, tuck under and round. Come down onto your forearms and walk your feet back into a forearm plank. So press into your hands, hug your legs in towards each other, and see if you can feel a sense of lightness, even in this pose that's quite challenging. Now listen to your body. Where can you relax? Maybe relax the neck and shoulders. And where do you need to engage a little bit more? Maybe pressing into the hands, pressing into the feet, so that your quads engage. Keep your belly lifted so you have no sway back, so you're nice and long spine. Couple more breaths here. And lower your thighs down. Slide your hands back, point your toes, curl up into your cobra. And extend forward as you lower down. Slide your hands forward again, tuck your toes, lift back up into plank. So we want to hug the midline, but also stretch our heels back and our chest forward. So there's a hugging in and a lengthening front and back. Listen to your body. Notice what's working. Notice what muscles are engaging. And the more you feel your whole body working, the easier actually this will be. So we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, slide your hands back again, rise up into your cobra. And lower forward, tuck your toes. Press back into down dog. So we'll work on a little more core strength. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg up. Lift from the inner thigh, and then pull your heel to your hip. Draw your knee forward, see if you can tap your arm maybe even above the elbow. Then reach back through your right leg. Stay high up on your left tiptoes. Curl your knee in and forward and tap. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, hug forward. This time, step your foot forward. Lower your left knee down. Bring your left hand out to the side a little bit. And then bend your left knee. Let your thigh go a little closer to the floor. Look back for your foot and gently draw your heel in towards your hip. Puff your chest up. Find a little twist, a little back bend. You can let your left thigh lower a little closer to the floor if you want. And you can come in and out of this quad stretch. Good. Release your foot. Keep pressing your right knee forward over your toes. Keeping the heel down and trying to keep the arch lifted. Then shift your weight back. Again, you can use blocks underneath your hands. Bow over your leg. See if you can get nice and low. Think of digging your heel down, pulling your hip back, and reaching your chest forward simultaneously. Good. Then press into your front foot, lift the back knee off the floor, straighten both legs again, and you can rock back and forth. Spread the toes of your right foot, then step into your right foot, float your left leg up for standing splits. Think of reaching your toes up and pushing your right foot down. If you want, you could play with walking your hands back. If that doesn't feel safe or good, just keep your hands more forward. And just keep reaching from your right heel all the way up through your left toes. Then reach your leg back as far as you can, lower your toes lightly to the floor, and rise up, crescent lunge. Open up through your heart. And lower the back knee down. Bring your hands together and twist over to your right, hooking the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, and find a gentle twist. You can stay here, or you could play lifting the back knee up. Couple more breaths here. And lift your elbow off your knee, keep the twist, and spread your arms out nice and wide. The left knee can be lifted or lowered. Maybe you reach back and swing the back arm forward. Lower the left knee down if it's not already lowered down, and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up. And bring your left knee forward, tap your left arm high. Inhale, stretch your leg back. Exhale, hug it in and tap. Inhale, stretch it back. This time we're going to step it forward into our lunge. So step your left foot forward, lower your right knee down, and stretch your knee past your toes. You can even put a little of your weight into the knee. Notice where you might feel a little stuck. Notice if you feel a nice stretch on the back of your ankle. And really listen to your body. See how far you can go into it without causing pain. And if you get a sense that something isn't right for you, then, stop, change, modify. And stretch your hips back. Press the heel down. Send the hips back on the chest forward. Bowing over your leg. Listening as you lower. Listening as you ease a little bit further into the pose. And you could play with flexing and pointing your foot. Then step back into your front foot. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand for your right foot. And open up. Find that twist and that lift, that stretch. So you can come in and out of this quad stretch. Good. Release your back foot. Come back up into your lunge. Reach your arms up. And then bring the palms together and twist over to your left, hooking the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. You can stay here with your right knee on the floor, or you could tuck your right toes and lift your right knee off the floor. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other and find that internal lift. And slowly, keeping the twist, reach your elbow off your leg and spread your arms out nice and wide in a crescent, twisted crescent. And sweep the back arm forward, lower the back knee down, and step into your front foot. Float your right leg up for standing splits. Bowing over your leg. Maybe you walk the hands back, maybe you keep them forward. And reach back with your toes, lower your toes lightly down, rise up, crescent lunge. Lower your back knee down and step back, downward facing dog. Look towards your hands and hop or step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and spread all your toes and rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release your hands by your sides and notice your alignment. See if you can line your knee up over your ankle, your hip above your knee, your shoulders above your hip, and your head like in between your rib cage, front ribs and back ribs. So there's no forward lean of the head, but just nice and lifted. Press into the tripod of your foot, the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound in the center of the heel. Float your toes up and spread the toes. Then slowly lower the toes down, settle down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float your arms down. Inhale, rotate the palms up, reach up. And exhale, float down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float it down. We're going to play with tree pose like we did yesterday, but we'll take from tree and we'll go into warrior three. So on your inhale, step into your right foot, pull your left knee up as you reach your arms up. Squeeze your knee in towards your chest and your heel in towards your hip. Then externally rotate your left leg, place your foot on your inner thigh. Continue reaching up through your arms and rooting down through your foot. And start to open your arms out to the sides and reach your left leg back into warrior three. Keep lifting up from the inner thigh and keep that leg strong. Reach out through your arms and puff up into your chest. Then bend your front knee and lightly step back into crescent lunge. Rise up. And twisted crescent. Reach your right hand back. Swing the back arm forward and up. Open up, warrior two. Adjust your feet. Reach back, reverse your warrior. Come all the way forward onto your forearm and sweep your left arm in nice big circles. And reach back, reverse your warrior. And windmill the arms, step back, downward facing dog. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Letting your body move with your breath. And hopper step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and spread all your toes. Lower them back down again and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And just pause for a moment, listening to how you feel. Noticing what you feel. And maybe even taking a moment to give gratitude for you taking time to take care of yourself, to listen to your body, to listen to your thoughts, and be respectful of what you're hearing, even if it's not what you want to hear. So it might mean you need to back off a little bit. It might mean you need to go a little deeper. On your next inhale, sweep your right knee up. Squeeze your knee in towards your chest. Externally rotate your hip, place your foot on your inner thigh. Keep reaching up for your tree pose. And start opening your arms out to the side as you extend your right leg back. Really engaging fully through your leg, puffing up through your heart, pressing down into your left foot, lifting the right inner thigh. And begin to bend your knee, slowly reach back with your toes, coming into crescent lunge and twisted crescent, reach back. Sweep the back arm forward and open, warrior two. Lower your forearm to your thigh and do big sweeping circles. And circle back, reverse your warrior. And windmill the arms, step back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Sit back on your heels in child's pose. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, glide back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward, tuck your toes. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. Walk your feet forward and come on into a squat. Sink your hips low, and you can reach your arms forward, stretching out your whole back. Let your head relax towards the earth. And then lower your hips down. Bring your legs forward and see how slowly you can roll down. Curling into your back. And slowly rolling down to your shoulders. Hug your knees into your chest. And take your knees a little wider than your ribs. Hold the back of your legs just above your knees and see if you can bring your feet up, parallel to the sky. Push up through the big toe mound and up through the pinky toe mound, up through the center of your heel. And keeping your back flat on the ground, see if you can reach up, find your feet. If not, continue holding on the back of your legs or a little bit towards your feet a little bit more. And just let your knees graze the ribs softly. Start to rock from side to side. And you could do even bigger rocks going all the way to one side and all the way to the other side. Come on, back up to center and bring the soles of your feet together. Interlace your fingers on the outside of your feet and press your knees away from your shoulders to give your shoulders a nice big stretch. And then you can relax the knees and open them up again, almost like a butterfly's wings as it hovers in the air, drinking nectar from a flower. And release your feet. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. So the feet are not together, they're pretty far apart. Open your arms out to the side. Twist both knees over to the right and reach out through the left knee. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. And bring your knees back up and twist over to the left, stretching out through the right leg, right quad. And come on back up. Hug your knees into your chest again. And start to straighten your legs. See if you can grab a hold of your feet or your ankles, wherever you can reach. And gently bring your thighs towards your ribs. And if you're used to doing plow pose, you could start to bring your feet a little further over your head. Or stay back with your hips more on the ground. So listen to your body. What feels right for you right now? What feels pretty comfortable? And then if your hips were up, slowly lower them back down. Bend your knees, place your feet again for bridge pose. Start with your arms by your sides. Then press up, press down into your feet so your hips rise up. Wiggle your shoulders towards each other. Interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Press into your feet. Press into your arms. Lift your hips up high. And we'll hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And listen, what is your body telling you now? How does it feel? What are you learning here? Can you go a little higher, or are you at your max? Can you still breathe easily? Can you relax your jaw? And release your hands, let your shoulders spread apart, and slowly, keeping the hips lifted as long as possible, lower your back down until your hips settle into the earth. Then take a hold of one knee in each hand and start to circle your knees away from each other. Reverse the direction of the circles. Give yourself one more hug and stretch out for Savasana. Deep breaths, deep relaxation. I'm keeping this Savasana fairly short, but you're welcome to stay longer. And Savasana is just as important as any other pose, even though we're just lying here with our breath, letting go, surrendering, so that you can truly feel at peace. So you can rest in peace. So you can go forth with a peaceful heart, with the intention, the vision of peace. Peace for everyone, for every living being. And draw your knees into your chest and gently rock up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me today, and see you tomorrow for day 4, Believe. Bye for now.